If you work in events, you know the feeling. The absolute chaos of trying to manage what feels like a million different documents. Well, today, we are talking about the blueprint to fix that. Seriously, we're going to turn all that clutter into crystal clarity. Okay, let's just get right to it. Does this question send a little shiver down your spine? I mean, you've got the client on the phone, the setup crew is just standing there waiting, and you get that sinking feeling that the version you're looking at, well, it might not be the version. It's such a classic and frustrating moment in event planning. And you know why that happens, right? It's because the documents are, well, they're everywhere. The signed contract, it's buried in an email thread from 3 weeks ago. The updated floor plan, oh, that's a photo someone sent on WhatsApp. The quotes are in a Dropbox folder, and your own notes are on a totally separate spreadsheet. This isn't a system, it's a scavenger hunt. This whole mess actually has a name. We call it document scattering. And the thing is, it happens so naturally. You've got clients, vendors, your own team, and everybody's using different tools. And before you know it, you've got a dozen different versions of the same file, and nobody has a clue which one is the real source of truth. And you know, the stakes here are incredibly high. This is so much more than just a messy desktop. It has real-world consequences. That version confusion means your team could be setting up an entire room based on an old layout. You lose so much time just digging for files. And all of this leads to expensive, embarrassing errors on event day. And that leads to frustrated clients, which can really hurt your reputation. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Wait, I use a shared drive. I've got folders for everything. And look, that's the go-to solution for most of us. But let's be real. It doesn't really work, does it? It really is a classic case of the dream versus the reality. The promise of a shared folder is so simple, one central spot for everything. But what actually happens? People bypass it all the time with quick emails and chat messages. It relies on someone to manually upload every single new version. And pretty soon, that central folder just becomes another scattered tool in the growing pile of mess. So if folders aren't the answer, then what is? Well, the solution is really a shift in how we think. We have to move away from just managing files and start thinking about managing the event itself. And this is the core idea right here, Event-Centric Document Management. It's a system where the event, the wedding, the conference, whatever it is, becomes the single hub. So instead of putting documents about the event into a folder, you attach the documents directly to the event. It's a subtle change in thinking, but it's incredibly powerful. And this approach, it just directly solves all those problems we talked about. When every document is attached right to the event, everyone, your team, your vendors, sees the most recent version by default. There's no other version to see. Changes get updated for everyone in real time. You can even give clients secure access to just the files they need to see. No more, hey, is this the latest emails? Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually make it happen? How do you put it into practice? Let's break down the steps you need to take to get this system working for you. It really comes down to 5 pretty straightforward steps. First, you've got to create that single event hub. That's your foundation. Second, you have to enforce a new rule. All documents get attached directly to that hub. No exceptions. This is what stops the scattering before it even starts. Third, make sure whatever system you use has real-time updates, so a change one person makes is seen by everyone instantly. Fourth, use permissions. This is so important for keeping sensitive info like vendor invoices away from your client's view. And finally, number 5, track your document history. You need to be able to see who changed what and when. It's a total lifesaver. So once you actually commit to this kind of system, the change is, well, it's immediate and it's huge. Let's talk about the payoff, the good stuff. First and foremost, you get peace of mind. For real, nothing gets lost anymore. Every single quote, contract, and floor plan has one predictable, easy-to-find home, and it's linked directly to the event it belongs to. Next up, you get your time back. Your team and even your clients can help themselves. So instead of them constantly pinging you for the latest file, they can just go to the Event Hub and find the one true version on their own. Think of all the back and forth emails that just disappear. And all of this has a huge effect on how you're perceived. When everyone is working from the same accurate information, mistakes they just vanish. Your whole operation looks seamless, organized, and totally competent. And that builds incredible trust with your clients. But here's the ultimate result. This is the one we are all chasing. It's this: event day, calm. Imagine it. Every vendor, every team member, perfectly aligned, all working from the exact same up-to-date documents. That last-minute chaos, it just melts away, and you can finally focus on making the event amazing, not putting out fires. So I'll leave you with this question to really think about. Take a hard look at your current process for managing all your event documents. Is it a source of stress and chaos, or is it a foundation for calm, confident execution? Because the answer to that question, it doesn't just define your efficiency, it defines the quality of every single event you produce.